Hey groupies, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the video channel producer. You can call me PD. And today we are watching Deja Vu by Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher makes their return after their comeback earlier this year with PD. And this time we have Deja Vu. Now it is coming off the heels also of a Japanese release, which we did check out. I was not particularly a fan of that. I thought the Japanese release on the video production side was a little bit lacking, but that reaction is on Patreon if you do want to check it out. And of course, this video is brought to you by our Patreon, and I'm kind of going to be taking my channel in a new direction. Every other month, I'm going to be making a new movie, but apparently companies will not fund or sponsor the movies because they are either LGBTQ or Asian. So you know what? We're going to be doing it on our own. We need your help. It is no longer just about keeping the lights on or helping pay the bills. It is now about trying to help move the channel forward. So we would greatly appreciate your help, but that is completely optional. Just sharing and watching our videos helps. So let's get into this video. This is Deja Vu by Dreamcatcher, and this is your form of therapy. Whoa. So I mean, 5 seconds into the video already, this production is just light years beyond what the Japanese music video was. It's a very beautiful video. Even the song is a little bit different than their usual style. It's very quiet. It almost sounds like an OST. Oh, this build up. Whoa, this hits a little bit more different than their other songs. Okay, I need to hear that drop again. Oh my god, is Tommy singing? Oh my god, is Tommy actually fucking singing? Oh my god. This part is so good. You would expect it to go up, but then you hear that, like the way it dissipates, like a tss, and then it actually goes even softer. Okay, if I'm hearing this correctly, there's a bit of like sort of like an epic operatic nature in the chorus, the first part of the chorus. I think like you can actually hear like sort of like this backing choir, sort of like oh. Love the color grading in this. Love the beautiful teal. Hoping there's a little bit more. This is it. This is what I needed. Ooh, I either needed like an elongated like bridge or an outro. Oh, that outro is beautiful. I don't know if this is my favorite Dreamcatcher song yet. Obviously, I've only heard the song once, whereas the rest of their discography, I've heard it numerous times. But I can say, this is probably their best comeback to date. For me personally, What is kind of up there, just because I thought What was such a huge change for them. Even though it was in their hard style, and this is sort of in their hard style, they're not a one-trick pony. You know, and this is what I love about Dreamcatcher, and this was the worry I had when they first debuted. I was really hoping that they were not a gimmick, because K-pop, let's admit it, some groups they're concept groups. Some groups are gimmicky groups. Some groups change concepts and sounds like as if it's a mask, right? They don't have a set sound, they just go with whatever's trendy. And I think that's what separates a great group from an average group that's playing catch-up. So Dreamcatcher took a very big risk in their career by starting out with this very hard sound and not being a gimmick, by actually going like fully investing into this sound. And over the years, they have climbed into different sounds, and some of them sound similar, some of them sound different, and I thought What was a very different sounding one. Now this one is a very different sounding one. I would say PD kind of falls in line with some of the previous stuff that they have put out before, but this one, Deja Vu, is very different. Deja Vu feels almost like a soundtrack. It almost feels not orchestral. There's not too many orchestral elements to this, but it feels very epic and grand, but in a very cinematic way. Whereas previous ones, they felt more like, I feel like a lot of people always compared them to anime rock sounds. I feel like that's just what a lot of the comments were, and I would agree. But this one, I think it sounds a lot more like a movie soundtrack. I don't think it's necessarily dictated by any specific region. I don't think it's like a Japanese movie soundtrack or a Korean movie soundtrack or an American movie soundtrack, but it just sounds very cinematic and a little bit more grander, larger and epic in nature. And what makes this more epic is actually the fact that the song is so quiet. You know, there is something to be said about the quietness and finding sort of power within the silence. And the fact that this song just maintains and really holds and grasps onto that minimal nature, like of not going too loud until the chorus, is actually what makes this so much more artistically powerful. I feel like this has such a very big, sorrowful, beautiful, tragic, very epic element to it. And it's probably, again, and this is why I was bringing it back to, I don't know if this is my favorite Dreamcatcher title track, but this is their best title track. At least in terms of a comeback, in terms of the music video, the production, the song, the sound, and changing it up from their usual style. This is their best so far. I can't say that it's their best, because Dreamcatcher will never have a best, because they are always constantly improving and they are always constantly changing, and they are a group that refuses to be stale. They somehow maintain within one particular style, which is a very darker, much more enigmatic, rock heavy sound, but they still don't get old. That's one thing that really I find impressive about Dreamcatcher. You know, this is so different from anything they've ever done, yet it's so familiar. And that's how you create a distinctive sound for your group, where once you hear the song, even though you've never heard it, even if it doesn't sound necessarily like any of the previous songs that you've put out, you just hear it and you go, oh, this is a Dreamcatcher song. They have set such a powerful tone for themselves. Now, I do want to watch this again, because honestly, this was a beautiful music video and this is an amazing song. So let's just get right into it again. 너의 두 눈동자여 지난 모든 기억들을 지워줘. Seriously, this opening itself is very like OST ballad inspired. Kind of reminds me of like City Hunter OST. 짙어진 안개 사이로 멀리 떠나온 길 시린 흔적만을 남긴 채 That was a really cool transition. That was really dope how they went from her black and white to the next theme being black and white and then changing it back to color. This part is so good. Notice how the song goes down even more, it slows down, and then it cuts to this epic slow-mo scene. And this part, Is this the same set as before? You know, I'm noticing that this might be the same exact set with just like a reskin of the color. I mean, the highlight of this music video has to be Tommy singing, right? Like, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm kind of glad that Tommy's not rapping. Her singing portion right here is so beautiful. Wow, this build up right before the chorus is so epic. Yeah, it sounds a little bit more, oh, what's the word? Not like Gregorian chant music, but, what's the word? Someone let me know in the comments that when the chorus first drops, there's like this epic, like this chorus in the background, like a choir. God, the color scheme is so beautiful too. They're going for like, it looks like a teal mixed with, what is that, like a orange? It's not tan. Wow, that shot.
And now I'm in my deja vu.
Wow, that was powerful. It's just so much more epic and grander than anything they've ever done, and it's because that they actually kind of pull it back a little. I think Dreamcatcher had a phenomenal comeback with this one. I think they did a great job at keeping it fresh, but delivering something way, way epic. But yeah, this was a great music video and a great comeback. Guys, thank you guys for joining me in this reaction and review. Let me know, what did you guys think about Dreamcatcher's Deja Vu? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, please, if you could consider supporting us on Patreon. We're trying to make a movie every other month. We would really appreciate it. Head on over to patreon.com/formatherapy. For as little as $2 a month, that's a 3. For as little as $2 a month, you get early access to reaction videos just like this. However, at different level tiers, we have drama club, variety stages, live stages, etc. So go ahead and check that out. But supporting us monetarily is completely optional. But you know what? If you want to support us for free, hit that like button right down there. Leave a comment while you're there as well. Go ahead and click subscribe. Be notified when we upload a new video by hitting that notification bell, and go ahead and check out all our other videos using the end card over here.